Today's big shot is Michael Johnson, Chief Executive Officer of Herbalife, the multi-billion-dollar nutrition and supplement company headquartered right here in Los Angeles. For the past decade, the noted health and fitness buff, who publicly uses the products he sells,
I am a product of the product,
has become a poster boy for the company, often cycling 30 miles from home to work, competing in triathlons and engaging Herbalife in sports ventures he makes his work and play. After 17 years at the Walt Disney Company, the last several running Disney International, Johnson said Herbalife and its healthy living mandate matched his own, and he was lured away.
I get passionate about this place.
For thousands of mostly Latino distributors, he's a huge inspiration.
Here's to Herbalife! Let's go, ladies and gentlemen! God bless you!
He's also been popular with shareholders for taking over and revitalizing what was a declining business. In 11 years, he turned the company from a $1.3 billion business into a $5 billion global giant today. But the past 20 months have not been easy for Johnson or for Herbalife. Not since the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, launched a formal investigation into the company, which has sent the stock on a roller coaster. It began with billionaire hedge fund activist Bill Ackman taking a $1 billion bet against the company, accusing it of being a pyramid scheme that preys upon the underclass, poor, and mostly Hispanic. That prompted billionaire Carl Icahn, with an old grudge against Ackman, to jump in, champion, and invest in Herbalife, igniting a bizarre battle of billionaires and a wicked war of words on Wall Street.
I really had it with this guy, Ackman. He's like the crybaby in the schoolyard.
That's thrust Johnson's nutrition giant into headline news for months. For the first time, Johnson agreed to sit down at Herbalife headquarters to talk with me about the company he defends and champions. Michael Johnson, thank you for agreeing to this interview.
You're most welcome.
You're the man behind this company. We get a chance to finally get to know a bit more about who you are and what your vision is. How much would you say the company has your imprint and identity in it?
Well, that's a good question. I think you have to ask a distributor that. You have to ask, somebody who is participating in the business. On a very personal level, I'm 100% engaged and love the company, love what we do, love the way we go to market. The people who you get to meet, the stories that you get to hear every single day are incredible. And so you feel part of that. As far as an imprint, I think that's for the historians and the folks like you to figure out. I'm impassioned about this place. I am, everybody will tell you I'm OCD, in here, that no detail is too big or too small, which drives some people crazy, but so I feel very...
You just gave me a tour of the company, and you know every minute detail of every division, its history, the ingredients to products, seeds that go into making your soy products. To what extent does your passion for fitness and nutrition, which you are emblematic of and have been for a long time, even before you came to Herbalife, how much of your passion is now reflected in the brand?
Probably too much.
What is your ethos? What is your ethos on fitness, and how does it align with the mission of Herbalife?
I have no desire to leave Earth. I don't know what's on the other side, and I want to do everything I can to help this Earth be a healthier place, whether that's through nutrition or better life, an economical upgrade for people. That's my mission on this earth. Let's make things better. The old Boy Scout saying is, leave the campsite a little better than you found it. We can argue about the definition of better, but I think getting people healthier, giving an economic opportunity to people who may not have had one, is a pretty good thing to do. And so I feel pretty strongly that we're doing a good thing here.
I know you don't want to get into too much of the tit and tat accusations that Ackman has leveled, but how personal has this been to you? It's not just attacking your company, it's attacking your integrity, your ethos, your vision for this company.
Ignorance it creates a lot of false impressions. And I happen to think that our attackers are ignorant about what we really do and who we really are. This is a war, and for any of us to think otherwise in here would be foolish, because this guy has spent $50 million to try to ruin this company. Name another company this has ever happened to. This is unique in the American business landscape. There's nothing that's ever happened like this before, and the tactics that are being employed against us. And someday when the book is written, people are going to go, "You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me," because we see some of the dirtiest, the lowest tactics that can be used in any atmosphere.
What has been most offensive to you?
You know, I think that there's been areas, and I don't really want to talk about them, that have touched over that have been very personal. You know, that have things that have happened in my life that before all this happened never occurred before, and it's just, it's stupid and it's sad, and it's you know, I could get angry about it, but we're going to just keep building this company. It's just going to keep getting better. Oh man, how do you find something bad into something that's improving people's lives with better health and nutrition and giving an economic opportunity to people? What other CEO gets to, other than all the tech and all the crap that's going on out there, what other CEO gets to walk into their job every day going, I'm improving lives today. I'm making people healthier and better. Their stories are real stories. You know, at Disney, we sold stories and we told stories. We're really good at it. Here we create stories. We are the story. People's lives improving.
And you're moved by the stories.
How could you not be? You'd have to be the coldest human being on earth. And every one of these big events, I spend time with probably 10 distributors who are distributors starting their business, on their way up, trying to figure it out. And you're moved to tears in some of these meetings. I mean, you'd have to have a heart of stone not to be.
What is the status of the investigation?
Well, we're going through a process. We're working very closely with them. We are very, very confident that as the FTC comes to their investigation finality, or they get all the facts on the table, they're going to go, this is a pretty good company.
Your stock price has taken a hit. What do you say to your shareholders on how they should rally to ride out this storm?
We're highly profitable. We're going to continue to be highly profitable in this company. Stock price is emotionally affected right now. I mean, you watch it one day to the next. Somebody says something, you know, what I call these knuckleheads in bathrobes who blog. You know, they're out writing something, and our stock will move 8%. And you're just like, what? There's no fact. We're going to be just fine. This company's going to be stronger and better than ever, and that stock price will reflect the value that's truly in this company.
How big a difference was it for you and for the company when Carl Icahn jumped in and took 17% and 5 board seats?
Well, Carl is a wise investor, and people understand his wisdom, and so his was obviously a strong confidence move and a good move for him, and a mark of confidence for us. And so we have Carl's representatives on our board. They've been phenomenal.
What's the best counsel or advice they've given you to ride this out?
Patience is a big part of the game. Be honest. Keep the performance of the company up. You know, don't let this guy get under your skin, and just keep moving forward.
Keep moving he does, not just as an avid fitness buff, but with his extensive travels for the company. Johnson traverses the globe promoting Herbalife in extravaganzas to thousands of distributors worldwide, where Herbalife is growing as a global leader in nutrition and weight loss.
Since I've been in Herbalife, I've never seen this kind of success. Congratulations to you all.
What do you think makes your product so popular and so successful?
I think our people do. I think the results, the success stories, the ability for person-to-person sales. I think our person-to-person sales and our service orientation is very disruptive to the marketplace.
On a tour showcasing a prominently displayed history of the company, from when founder Mark Hughes started Herbalife in 1980 to today, Johnson proudly touts Herbalife's expansion into 90 countries, alliances with UCLA scientists and Nobel laureates, dedicated to advancing quality in the product lines. He is especially proud of the vast sports products and team sponsorships cultivated on his watch, the most coveted, the LA Galaxy.
This, as they marched to this championship, was a very special time for us because we felt in concert with them. Our company's getting bigger, stronger, and better, and they're getting bigger, stronger, and better. There's a very, special relationship. They're using our products daily. They're big fans of ours, and we're big fans of theirs. It's a great relationship. So we also sponsor specialized biking events around our endurance product.
Who's that?
That's me.
That's you.
This is the Leadville 100. This is considered the toughest bike endurance race in the world. And
how'd you do?
I'm just at 10 hours.
That good?
And if you get under 12 hours, you get a buckle. And about 2,000 people are in this, and about 60% make it under the 12-hour mark. But this is this is the real deal.
Can't fake that.
No, no faking it out there.
Nor, he says, in here. He says he's got a top team and quality products.
This is a great company. This isn't a good company.
Any suggestion otherwise, says Johnson, is ludicrous.
It is uninformed. It is, to us, unintelligible, and they can make an intelligible argument to elites and say, we don't like that direct selling business because it's those people down there and it's those lowlifes. Well, you know something, guys, get out of your limousines and understand how the world works.
Your number one critic has been defined by his passion, vowing to take down the company, go to the ends of the earth to do so. He's made this very personal.
The company's personal to me. He's not. He's just misguided. He doesn't have a product. He doesn't employ people. He doesn't create jobs. He doesn't have a massive worldwide distribution system that's helping change people's lives every single day for the better, that's helping them lose weight, get healthier, creating clubs and communities around in food deserts and helping people improve their lives. That's not part of his life. His life is about making a buck. Our model is completely defined. It is completely, every penny a distributor makes is earned from a sale of a product. It's being confused by these guys because that's to their advantage. None of their pay is defined. Define a Wall Street hedge fund head's pay. What does he really make it on?
Do you believe that he thinks you're really harming the underserved?
I don't know what he thinks. You know, I see his passion. I've watched his presentations, and we were aghast when we saw, it's a complete misunderstanding of who we are and what we do, and it's positioned for his argument. And yeah, he's found a few outliers. There's always going to be in any industry, in any organization, whether it's a police department, a fire department, a civic organization, there's going to be somebody who's not following the rules. We've had people like that in our organization. We have some today, but we've got 1 million people selling our product or more, part-time out there, and they're not always going to do everything right. And we try to work with them as hard and vigorously as we can to make sure they're on the right road. And we're fixing that in this company. But
How are you fixing it?
Yeah, we have a ethical group in here, a group that works with our ethics and compliance. It's incredibly strong. We've worked very closely with our distributor leadership to say that the future of this company is based on honesty and integrity and truth, and that's the ethos of this company.
To those folks who say, look, but you have some examples, very small, less than 1%, to actually make that huge profit selling Herbalife.
Oh, you mean there's a 1% out there?
Less than 1%. Is it unfair to show them as shining examples when the majority will never be able to access that dream?
Is it unfair for people to have aspirational people like Elon Musk or Richard Branson in their life? Is that unfair? I mean, these people who have done extraordinary things in their life. We have distributors who are extraordinary. Not everybody's going to make it to the CEO suite. Not everybody's going to make it to, the Pope's seat. Not everybody's going to make it to that seat. It's an aspirational and inspirational thing. What we have to do is make sure that they're not making it seem easy.
And what do you say to your critics who say, yeah, but the majority of your distributors do not make any money. They make less than $1,000 in an entire year and no commissions in a year.
I'd say $1,000. That's a lot of money to a lot of people. This is what these elitists don't get, that most people come in here for part-time income. They're not coming in here to recruit someone or build an organization. We know all the numbers. We know who recruits people. We know who sells product to somebody else. It's obvious in our numbers and what's going on. This is what these people fail to see.
Bill Ackman says these nutrition clubs are bogus and they're like Enron trading centers that are fake. They're really recruiting people to, create profit. What do you say?
I just laugh. I said, let me take you on a magic carpet ride through Herbalife. The nutrition clubs that are taking place, the groups that get together, the women who don't even know each other, who are now part of a neighborhood and a community, who are going for a walk at 10 o'clock in the morning and talking about how to make their communities better and getting good nutrition, and they're losing weight and feeling better. There's something wrong with that.
Critics also accuse Herbalife of targeting and preying upon Latinos, exploiting a vulnerable Hispanic community that makes up 60% of his distributor base.
We're a Latino company because Latinos came to Herbalife, not because Herbalife sought them out. We're producing our materials in Spanish. We are making sure that we have meetings in Spanish. The company has roots in a very familial style, and that's very Latino. We call it the Herbalife family, and we're not ashamed of that. We're very proud of that. The Latino, the blood, if you will, it's in this company, and it feels great. This is a great opportunity for anybody, everybody. And Latinos grabbed it a little stronger. All of a sudden, all the non-Latinos are seeing these guys rise up, making money, getting recognition, and going, whoa, what are they doing? What's taking place here? And they're embracing the model.
Powerful Latino advocates have weighed in support of the company, most notably former Surgeon General Richard Carmona.
He's a board member now. He went from, I'm just going to take this meeting to be polite, to I want to be part of this. He said, you have here what I wanted to do as the Surgeon General of the United States of America. You have a health system that is active at a community level. And I said, yes, yeah. And that's what our enemies don't get.
In an office filled with photos of his family and deep-rooted LA relationships, it's clear Johnson has a lot of support. It's also clear the attacks hurled against him and his company have not been easy.
I am bewildered by these arguments, frankly. I understand what's behind it. I'm a big boy.
What is behind it?
Money. This is all about money.
Would you ever invite Bill Ackman to tour Herbalife in your facilities and see your operation?
Sure.
First on your priority list?
No.
No.
Bill Ackman's got a lot of money invested against this. And I think the only thing he cares about is being the richest man in the world. And to me, that's a very sad pursuit.
When this is all said and done and this book's written, what should we learn from watching this epic battle unfold?
Boy, that is a great question. And I don't know if I have a great answer to that question. I think that you have to stick to your principles. You have to have integrity. You have to be core to your beliefs. You have to stay strong sometimes, that that the world isn't fair. And we're seeing some of the unfairness, and it's been a lesson for me. Some things have been uncovered. A little of my naivete has gone away, which is sad. It's made me more suspicious about certain things.
Things he can't talk about right now. What steels his resolve? He says conviction in his company, core values he learned from his parents, and a deep sense of responsibility.
I have a lot of people that I feel responsible for every day, which is sometimes tough, but it's a mantle I'll grab and take. I'm okay with that. These are wonderful people. I feel a huge responsibility to them. That's why I'm very impassioned about our company and the position that we're in right now with some of the things that are happening right now. My mother and father were incredibly strong influences in my life, and integrity was the name of the game in our house. If you did something wrong, own up to it. Just never tell that lie, because you're going to lose the trust. And I think what we've done here is we've built an integrity and a trust in our organization, in our people, in our product. And if I'm the one out in front leading that, okay, I'll take that responsibility.
I look forward to coming back when the investigation has its conclusions and we can talk again.
We're on a very good road here. Thank you.
Thank you. Michael Johnson with Herbalife. And I'm Giselle Fernandez with Big Shots. See you next time.